How the Rainbow was Made. One day, when the earth was new, Nanabozo looked out his window beside the wide waterfall and realized that all the flowers in the meadow were exactly the same off-white color. How boring! He decided to make a change. So he gathered up all of his paints and his paintbrushes and went out to the meadow.
Nanabozo sat down in the tall grass and arranged his red and orange and yellow and green and blue and violet paint pots next to him. Then he began to paint the flowers in the meadow many different colors. He painted the violets dark blue and the tiger lilies orange with brown dots. He made the roses red and pink and purple. He painted the pansies in every color combination he could think of. Then he painted every single daffodil bright yellow. Nanabozo hummed happily to himself as he worked in the brilliant daylight provided by Brother Sun.
Overhead, two little bluebirds were playing games with each other. The first bluebird would chase his friend across the meadow one way. Then they would turn around and the second bluebird would chase him the other way. Zippity-zip went the first bluebird across the sky. Zippity-zing went the second bluebird as he chased him through the brilliant sunshine.
Occasionally, Nanabozo would shade his eyes and look up into the endless blue sky to watch the two little bluebirds playing. Then he went back to work, painting yellow centers in the white daisies.
Above him, two little bluebirds decided to see how fast they could dive down into the green fields. The first bluebird sailed down, down, and down, and then quickly pulled herself up just before she touched the ground. As she soared past Nanabozo, her white wing dipped into the red paint.
When the second bluebird dove towards the grass, her left wing grazed the orange paint pot.
Nanabozo scolded the two birds, but they kept up their game, diving down toward the grass where he sat painting, and then flying back up into the sky.
Soon, their feet and feathers were covered with paint of all colors. Finally, Nanabozo stood up and waved his arms to shoo the birds away.
Reluctantly, the bluebirds flew away from Nanabozo's house and his paint pots. Looking for another game to play, they started chasing each other, sailing this way and that, over top of the giant waterfall that stood next to Nanabozo's house. Zippity-zip went the first bluebird through the misty spray of the waterfall. The first bluebird left a long red streak against the sky.
Zappity-zing, the second bluebird chased his friend through the mist, leaving an orange paint streak. Then the birds turned to go back the other way. This time, the first bluebird left a yellow paint streak, and the second left a pretty blue-violet paint streak. As they raced back and forth, the colors grew more and more vivid. When Brother Sun shone on the colors, they sparkled radiantly through the mist of the waterfall.
Below them, Nanabozo looked up in delight when the brilliant colors spilled over the meadow. A gorgeous arc of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet shimmered in the sky above the waterfall. Nanabozo smiled at the funny little bluebirds and said, "You have made a rainbow."
Nanabozo was so pleased that he left the rainbow permanently floating above his waterfall, its colors shimmering in the sunshine and the misting water. From that day to this, whenever Brother Sun shines his light on the rain or the mist, the beautiful rainbow forms. It is a reflection of the mighty rainbow that stands over the waterfall at Nanabozo's house.
How the Rainbow Was Made by Gwen
and Olivia.